Hello, welcome along to another edition of Greyhound Gold. David Short and Brett Honey with you. How you going, Badger?
G'day, Shorty. Going well. Keen for a bet. Few missed meetings, of course, but safety of the Greyhounds is always paramount, as we always say, Shorty. But really looking forward to this weekend's racing. It's going to be a little bit cooler, and coming off a really good Friday card last Friday night at Mandurah. We saw the running of the Birthday Cup was out there trackside. Shorty had a really good evening down there at Mandurah, and hopefully we can find a few winners for this weekend.
Most definitely. It was a splendid night of chasing. Let's go to the feature race on that card. It was the Group 2 Birthday Cup final, and we see Renegade Kachis beginning beautifully, roll straight to the top. Crumble Manelli gets into a nice position there in second, all over Carjar sitting in third spot. Renegade Kachis continues to fly along up front. You can see Crumble Manelli, though, just waiting for the run to appear. And as it does, whooshka. Have a look at Crumble Manelli take it off and up along the inside. Zooms by Renegade Kachis for a stunning win. Back-to-back wins in the Birthday Cup for this very talented sprinter. Renegade Kachis sticks on really well for second, and late in the piece, really nice performance by Go Seek Katoni flashing home for third. 6:11, 11:36, 21:95. The margins were 3 1/4 by 4 1/2. Congratulations to Dave Hobby and Crumble Manelli, back-to-back wins in the Birthday Cup. And it was a perfect performance. Began well, camped on a really talented sprinter. Soon as that door opened up, boom, straight under, on for a tremendous victory.
He's a serious animal, and he's just a second greyhound to go back-to-back in the Birthday Cup, Shorty. And it was quite an interesting race because Renegade Kachis actually outmustered Crumble Manelli. It was quite interesting. Normally we don't see, I've never seen anyone outmuster Crumble Manelli, but he's so good over 400 because he doesn't necessarily need to lead to win his races. And once he was able to get down to the rail, he was far too strong late. And considering he didn't lead, 21:95 is a hot time. He's a serious animal, and we see him step up to 520 metres this Saturday night. Clearly, the next big feature race is the Perth Cup, so no doubt he'll go that way, Crumble Manelli. But when he's over 400, he's pretty well unbeatable.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see the dog back up to the 500 as well. He's done some good things over that distance on the way through, of course, including a Sandgroper win. So I think the confidence back to Mandurah over the 400 that the dog would have received over the last 8 weeks or so would have been really good for the makeup of the dog. So back to Cannington now. Don't be at all surprised if we see Crumble Manelli back to its best at headquarters as well. Let's get down to the business of finding you some winners for this weekend down there at Mandurah on Friday night. I'm going to kick off with my best. The dog that we just saw ran third in that particular final, Birthday Cup final. Go Seek Katoni. It was a really nice effort in a high quality field. Back up to the 488 metres here on Friday night, I think is suitable. Smallish field, dogs should be able to sit right up on top of the speed and take a power of beating. Something like what we saw there on Friday night. We'll see it awfully hard to stack. So race 11, number 4, Go Seek Katoni. Looking for a bit of value, you're going to go to an old favourite of mine, race 3, number 7, Dusty Deluxe. Now, Dusty Deluxe is a greyhound that really took to the new Mandurah circuit, brought that form to Cannington, where it has predominantly raced since then. Now back to Mandurah, up to the 652. I think they're all ingredients that are going to play into the favour here of this greyhound. Expecting it to be at a pretty decent price, and I think it's a great each-way bet on Friday night. So over the 652 metres, happy to be with race 3, number 7, Dusty Deluxe. Round the each-way odds, I would have thought, and looks a super bet. Who you like Friday night, Brett?
Yeah, good card Friday night at Mandurah. My best bet, race 10, number 6, Renegade Kachis. A bit like you, Shorty, sticking with that Birthday Cup form. It was one of the best Birthday Cups we've seen, so there should be a few winners to come out of it just quietly. But look, he's got box 6 here. It's a smaller field this week, which means nothing can really cut him off in those first few strides. I think he's just going to be too fast for him early, and he runs serious time on the arm. It's a pretty good formula, so I think when you take Crumble Manelli all the way in a Group 2 final and he's no longer there, by definition, you're going to be pretty hard to beat. So race 10, number 6, Renegade Kachis.
And prior to last week's final, it had 6 starts for 6 wins, and the only blemish now is that second in a Birthday Cup.
Oh no, so second in a $60,000 race.
Form's hot.
Flying for Cosy D'Agostino is Renegade Kachis, and he should just be getting the job done there on Friday night. For a bit of value, going to that stayers race as well, but I like race 3, number 1, Speed Free. I like that she's drawn on the rail this week. She was in a 652 a couple of weeks ago, and she had box 6. Didn't really get any room, and there were a few greyhounds stepping up to the longer distance, and they were sort of in front, and she didn't really get any kind of clear run. Outside of herself and Dusty Deluxe, it's a pretty sort of average staying event. I thought the class runners could come to the fore here, and Speed Freak for mine has got the best draw, so she's going to go on top for me. Race 3, number 1 Speed Freak to go. Race 10, number 6 Renegade Cachise, Friday night Mandra.
All right, let's switch our attention to Saturday night Cannington. I'm going to kick things off with my best bet, race 5, number 1 Sunset Louis. Love this dog when it draws the fence. It does its absolute best work when it can get down there on the inside and really work into its races. I think on Saturday night, from the inside draw, Sunset Louis gets an opportunity to sit right up on top of the speed on that rail and just punch hard throughout the course of the event. If he continues to do that over the 600 metres, Sunset Louis off this draw, I think it'll be right in the finish. Looks a super chance. Race 5, number 1 Sunset Louis. And I'm going to go a next best. I'm going back to Mandra last week for the form and this particular run. It's race 3, number 6 Warm Regards, Saturday night here. Last Friday I went round in the 652 metre race and thought it was another outstanding performance. Warm Regards has really taken to that middle distance trip down at Mandra, but it's not isolated to that. The reason why I really liked it last Friday was this dog's got a runner-up behind Couch Surfer in its form in the low 42s. Not many dogs have been doing that of late. There's no Couch Surfer here. Warm Regards off that win at Mandra, gets back to Cannington with good confidence and some very good recent form, and I thought this was its chance to get a win on the board over the 7:15 at headquarters. So 2 key plays for me Saturday night. Race 5, number 1 Sunset Louis, and race 3, number 6 Warm Regards. Over to you, Brett. Who are you teaming up with Saturday night?
Yeah, Saturday night I thought it was tricky, Shorty, but my best bet, I'm going to one of my favourites there. Race 4, number 2 Hinto. I liked him last week. It's a pretty good field this week. We might get
similar setup this week.
Yeah, similar inside draw. Look, a lot of the pace here likes to get up the track, the likes of Inside Scoop and honestly too. So I thought there's going to be a bit of room here towards the rail, and if you can just negate Carla Cadup early, or even if Carla Cadup can clear Hinto early, I think he's going to get a really good run on the rails here. It's going to be pretty hot up front. We know he's very strong. He runs brilliant time. He posted 29.63 not too long ago, going really well for the Rabatans, and I just think the class is going to go to the top there. Race 4, number 2 Hinto. For a bit of value, race 9, number 2 Supercharge. Doesn't win out of turn, Shorty, it's fair to say, but he's had a couple of chances to win and it's just made a couple of wrong decisions. 2 starts ago, just decided to try and go through Greyhounds, which was an interesting choice from Supercharge, but he's very strong to the line and he was nowhere near him up the back straight last start and still managed to find 4th place. Bit of speed around here. I'm just hoping he can get to the rail here and make a bit of a run through the bend there. If he can sit nice and close, he's always a big top 2 chance. So race 9, number 2 Supercharge to goes. Race 4, number 2 Hinto. Pair of 2s there on Cannington Saturday night.
All right, Richie Benno style, the old choo-choo. We'll have a look as well, just quickly, at wishing all the very best to Cody and Brittany Charles again. They have yet another runner into a feature final up there in Queensland at Albion Park on Thursday night, the Golden Ticket final. Good luck to the national sprint winner, Sage Tennille, that goes around there.
You'd have to think the match race style format should suit Sage Tennille.
The final's different though, the final. So last week, wasn't it last week?
I thought it was a pair of 4s and then they go into match races and the fastest time gets the Golden Ticket into the Gold Bullion.
All right, I
got it wrong earlier in the week and I got corrected. So
right, let's see how that pans out. However, it is run and one though. 1-on-1 suits Sage Tennille, and one thing's for sure, the dog's in good form, and they've had luck with a group winner only a few weeks ago up there in Queensland. So good luck to Cody and Brittany, and we'll see how that does all pan out on Thursday night at Albion Park. And of course, with kids still on school holidays, if you're looking for an entertainment option, why not get the friends and family together, have a night trackside down there? Friday nights at Mandra, they tell me, Brett, have been absolutely heaving.
It was sensational out there Friday night, Shorty, and it was actually really good. Before the birthday cup, there was a massive crowd outside and everyone cheering for their selection in that particular race. Not something you see all that often at the Greyhounds, but had a steak on the night and you could have used a butter knife, Shorty. It was absolutely sensational. So you got the buffet option there, but if you're feeling a bit spontaneous and just choose to head down on the night, you can get there's the bar menu there, and they do a really good job. All
right, well, he could have used a butter knife, but Brett, of course, opted to just pick it up with the hands and chomp in like a lot of his good mates up there on the gold fields, just ripped straight on in.
Areas.
Beautiful work. That is this done and dusted for another week, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks as always for your company. Make sure you tune in again this time next week for the next big edition of Greyhound Gold.